happened. The movie was so bad. It was so bad. It could have been good. You know, that first movie gave me fucking night.
I'm live now.
Motherfucking night.
I guess we are.
Oh, are we?
I was so scared. I called up one of my friends, really smart guy.
What? Face. Question. Do me a favor, because it says we're going live right now.
Okay.
Look on TikTok.
On TikTok?
Yep, that's the one I want to see. 33 seconds live.
See. TikTok, where are you?
Welcome back, our good fucking compadre and Mono Adam. And this is Adam Seth.
What's up?
Sunday. We have it set up to where he can have some camera and everything fantastic. Can you kind of hear us? I don't know. Kind of like talking this way. I should. But should come up under lives. Find out. I think you go to your personal or go to messages or your thingy. Yeah, that thing. And then look for right up in here. Maybe.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Oh.
Holy crap! Look at that.
Wow, we are live.
Huh? It's just catching up. That's funny.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah! All right. Look at that.
Okay.
Welcome everybody. Holy crap! How you doing? So yeah.
I'm actually gonna turn this down.
You can turn that down if anybody fucking
All right.
like you see anybody fucking throw out any questions or concerns. Fucking throw them at us. So today we are talking about a bunch of shit. I was talking with Emano about doing some catching him up on politics, but we kind of already caught him up without the live. So
Yeah.
and honestly, it's not something I really want to be talking about right now with the state of the world as it sits. It's rough out there, people. It's really rough out there.
It is pretty rough, especially from what I've been doing lately. Like that's getting really rough as well.
Who we got on there watching? I can't see them. There's people watching besides you. I got full people. Hi, how you doing, everybody? Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate it. So yeah, this is Adam and Seth Sundays. You can catch us on YouTube.
Welcome in.
I'm Seth.
Hi, Charlie.
My baby.
Then Melissa, Gen X 73, We the People, Eliza 2000, welcome in.
Thanks for tuning in. So yeah, world shit right now. I'm just gonna say that. Shit now being Iran, free Palestine.
And I mean, the political side of everything really sucks.
It really does.
But
it's coming from all angles.
On homeland turf, problem. It sucks as well. And kind of catch people up. Like I'm going through some shit. Like I am going through some home shit right now. And
thanks for the likes.
It sucks because I don't know how many of everybody is going to remember, like back in the day, when you're facing some shit like your electricity is about to be shut off, you're about to lose your home, your Wi-Fi is your phone is about to get turned off. There used to be so many different resources to use. You could tap in, hey, I need a little bit of help with this. I need a little bit of help with that. And that's kind of what I'm going through now. And I've been looking at places like St. Vincent de Paul, all kinds of housing agencies, places to help with bills, and there is nowhere near as much as there used to be.
Oh God, no.
I'm
gonna say it's at least 3% of what it used to be.
Not even
6 years ago.
Not even, man. There's like St. Vincent de Paul doesn't help people like they used to. In fact, anymore.
Goodwill now.
Anymore.
Well, Goodwill actually helps people find jobs.
Right. But with St. Vincent de Paul, if you go in or if you contact them,
thanks for tuning in, everybody.
Anymore, like they have this charted area, and if you fall in a certain area, then you have to call a number. You have to tell them your situation. You have to wait for them to approve your situation.
Yeah.
And then you have to apply for help.
Yeah.
And you have to wait for them to approve that
Trigger that help.
application.
Yeah.
And then you have to apply for them to help again. I remember back in the day, if St. Vincent de Paul was, you go there, you ask them for help and whatnot. And
Well, I mean, that just leads with everything that's going on with, honestly, for the last 2 presidents, counting this one, they were, from Trump to Biden, back to Trump. So, yeah, it makes sense because both of them really weren't about the people. They were more about, like, pleasing others. This time we're dealing with a fucking idiot who wants to please a bunch of billionaires.
right. Unfortunately, I have a feeling
That's the way the
that
world
this
works
whole
right now.
thing is going to get real scary real fast for a lot of us.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like, and everybody's worried about the war. And biggest thing is it's not even just about the war. It's like you got the shit going on at home too that
Right.
he's trying to pull off, like the immigration that he's. God, don't even get started on that one.
Right.
If you can, do your best to try and like help and go down, be a part of the friendly protest in your areas for ICE detention. You know, if you can't do that, help out where you can. But yeah, it's he's starting a World War III, or he's aiding in the start of a World War III, and giving us a bad light because now we look like Nazi Germany, 1942.
Yep. Which, I mean, so this is where everything kind of stands. We're on the brink of World War III. I mean, that's pretty much inevitable at this point. We're on the brink of civil war.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty much inevitable at this point. So, quite literally, we like quite literally we are divided.
Yeah.
And if anybody out there remembers that old saying, "United we stand, divided we fall."
That's what they're doing, is they're dividing everybody.
And that's
as
what's
best as they can.
happening.
And yeah, and it's working as fear tactics. One of the people who reached out on one of my TikToks was telling me about how her and a teenage boy were shackled while they were being detained by ICE to being handed over to the Geo group, who was like, all the stories I heard about the Geo group is just fucking horrifying. It's on tantamount to like absolute abuse. I mean, it's already abuse.
It's beyond abuse. It's inhumane. It's
Yeah.
I believe it stands against parts of the Geneva Code.
Oh,
like
there's a lot. There's
fuck it, Canadians
shit
get
going
involved.
on.
We need you.
Come take Oregon, Washington, and California off of America's hands. Also,
Please.
there's a couple of other states that probably want to do the same thing. New York being one of them. Whoever's watching,
Yes, we can
know that
take
the
New
West
York.
Coast does not abide and does not condone anything that the Trump regime or any of his montards have done. That's my new word.
Montards. I like it.
Oh, this is guy Sky Triv. I think his name is King Triv. I can't remember. I apologize if I get his name wrong. But he's got a list of new names. You're not a racist. You're a Marxist or Marxist. So yeah, and it's like Maganini. Yeah, Magite. What was it? Cro-Magadon.
All right.
These are like great names. I'm like, fuck, these are fantastic. And I was like,
Right.
why he didn't come up with Magdard?
No, it's just, it really is it's getting real, and it's getting scary out there.
It's getting real scary.
And I mean, honestly, the one thing that I can really say is just, be prepared for the worst, hope for the best. don't
Well, like, there's
expect
these
anything
people
though.
that like they said that Trump was I'm not a new war president, and there we are now.
You're right. You know
Picking
what?
fights with
No,
people
you know
we
what?
just don't
You know
need to be
what?
picking fights with.
Maybe he's not a new war
Playing
president
sides with
because,
people we definitely shouldn't be playing sides with.
well, maybe he's not a new war president. I mean, we've already played this chapter once before.
Nothing
We had the
shit
Middle
against
East,
against
we had the
Zionism.
Civil War. So, repeat maybe?
It really is. It
Right.
really is. And but like everybody's gonna give you that. Well, the other presidents have bombed. Da, 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 da. I'm like, that's. You think I cared? I didn't like it when they did it either.
Right. Do I condone the bombing of countries? No. Do
It's
I
not
think some
right.
places need it? Absolutely. Have you seen the fucking camel spiders? Fuck you. Bomb
Just
them.
bomb the camel spiders, right? Like, use these things for fucking like proper ordinance.
Right.
Like, we got moles. Oh fuck yeah! No,
Get the Jericho. Send them on the moles.
I like moles. I don't like moles.
But no, it's getting fucking tough.
Weird. It's getting fucking weird.
It
bro.
really is.
No, like some of the shit that I've been fucking looking up about that dude that fucking did the. Okay, so during the protest I went down to on the 14th, right? They had one planned for Minnesota, or it wasn't on the 14th. I think it was the day before the protest, or night before. I gotta remember. Please feel free to fact check me if anybody feels like doing it. I appreciate it. But yeah, so the dude posed as an officer, showed up to a lawmaker's house, shot him and his wife, and ran off, left them like wounded, heavily wounded. Ran off to the next lawmaker's house, shot her and her husband, and killed them, unalived them. I hate how TikTok will do that kind of crap. But yeah, they are unalived them. And then the Minnesota police, the state troopers and whatnot were on a manhunt. FBI, I believe, as well. Were on a manhunt for 2 days straight. They caught him. They did get him when he committed the actual unalivings. He had left the patrol car that he had. He had a car. He had an SUV made up to look like a patrol car. And then they found his manifesto, a hit list of with 40 other targets on the fucking list, guns, ammo. So I made a video just after I found out this information, and I said, I bet, because I started looking him up, and it's like everybody that knew him says when they caught him, they're like, well, we didn't think he was this kind of person. Da, 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 da. And so I look him up, and he's an evangelical Christian.
Now it all makes sense.
Oh, wait, it gets better. He pilgrimage over to Africa to sit there and do that for like the anti-abortion and all that. Yeah. And he at one point in time, or I'm not sure if he still owned it, but he owned a company called Proletariat, or wait, what were they called? The Proletarians. The Roman guards ended up killing Julius, so unaliving Julius Caesar. The Praetorian Guard. He had a company called Praetorian Guard, and they're like private contracts and whatnot. And I said, what if this guy was a white Christian nationalist sleeper cell?
I mean, that's possible.
And they activated him because his family said we didn't know nothing about any of this. They said, or the Homeland Security said he must have been planning this for many years, and like this just popped up out of nowhere. Like you guys are telling us that if he's been planning this for several years, and nobody's had any clue for several years, either he's like a top rate, like super international psychopath, or that stuff was given to him. He was activated.
Yeah, no, honestly.
Wait, fast forward. I'm just finding out that apparently they're saying that they have cells evangelical cells.
Oh yeah, like
activated.
thousands of them.
Like thousands of them.
Yeah.
Thousands of these cells that they're ready to get activated. I said people need to be watching fucking what's his fucking name? Kenneth Copeland. Fucking, you want to talk about a psychopathic fucking, like, yeah, bro. Oh, I'm gonna look him up. I'm gonna Kenneth Copeland. Like, I don't know if I could be able to pick it up and I'll laugh. So yeah, I said everybody should be watching this guy. Right. And now there's this Mike Huckabee and I can't remember, Lindsey Graham. They're like senators and congressmen who are like backing this whole war because them and even that this is going to lead to the end of days last book in the Bible.
Genesis.
No, that's the first.
Revelations.
Thank you. Revelations. They think this is going to lead to their revelations, so they fully back this fucking war of a Christian cleansing. I fucking called this shit, bro.
Your Game Pass is up.
Oh, that's fine. It doesn't bother me. There it is. We're still alive.
Oh.
I totally did.
Yeah, no, you know.
But yeah, I fucking called this shit, bro. I fucking said, like, the people need to be watching this guy. People need to be watching people like him because they've got this weird ass fucking following of these psycho lunatic religious people, like zealots, just like they claim the fucking, you know, people. Blah, blah, blah. Shut up. It's funny. It's sitting there. We're talking about board game ad. Looks like a demon in an Edgar suit.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. He is. Oh, this is somebody else. I didn't want to talk about it. I didn't want to hear you fucking talking. So, yeah.
Yeah, no.
It's funny. I said it says scary proof of Kenneth Copeland is a demon. This is a video on YouTube if you guys ever want to check it out. It's like minutes of horror.
Like, no, he really does look like.
Right there, he looks like a bulldog.
I mean, yeah. Yeah, but seconds before when he was talking, he looked like he was possessed by something.
Oh, yeah. Like he does every time. And it's like when he sits there and talks to people, he seems. How would I put it? Like when old school movies depicted Satan as like a smooth. Well, he seemed like he was like a shy. He was trying to get something out of you,
right?
Right. That dude, Kenneth Copeland. That's the dude. You just don't like. He's got a hand in this.
Oh yeah,
with everything that's going on right now, and fucking. He's got a hand in it.
Oh yeah. No,
Joel Osteen. I don't know. Like Joel Osteen is more about the money. Really, this guy's more about the power, the power, the money, and like basically being God. Honestly, it's like if anything, he'd be like Lucifer on a fair rendition of Lucifer in plain clothes.
Fair. Yeah, no, you know, there's so many fucking people that are popping up that just seem like they would have a hand in this kind of shit. And so many people who are now disappearing who have spoken out against it.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I mean, tell me something sketchy isn't going on. Like,
go back off of my YouTube. Blah, blah, blah. We're going to take you and we're going to move your rotation. Can't they just do that? Can't they just grab you and go like this? Yes. Haha. I'm just smart. Okay. Because they don't have web crawler anymore. Which is bullshit. Bullshit.
Bullshit.
All right. current update on Iran controversy. See, Iran ain't really playing. That's what people don't really understand. Is Iran isn't playing. They
Right.
don't play. We
Fair.
know this from history. Oh wait, that's right. His side doesn't understand history because they got rid of history books.
Yeah.
I almost forgot about that.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, I
people.
remember when that first started
also,
happening.
I've been being told continuously that I should be looking at the Al Jazeera.com for Middle East news because they can try and look on both sides of it and give you the information. I've been told this. So I have been checking them out, and so far I haven't really seen anything that caused me any concern of it's one-sided. And let's see, these latest from Al Jazeera, if I can get it to come up. Iran's president joins Tehran protests condemning U.S. and Israel. Iranian president, I can't pronounce his last name, so I don't want to try to. I apologize. A crowd in Tehran and condemning the U.S. strikes on Iran. See, yeah, when the president of their country says, "Yeah, no, that's wrong," there was no.
Yeah.
America missed. They told him, "Oh yeah, we already moved those a long time ago." So that's gonna just like I feel like that's gonna prompt America to go, well, we're going to just start striking anywhere we can. So we, you know what I mean?
I really hope not, but at the same time,
I hope not either. But you know what? I know history repeats itself.
Right. Though I feel like America's not going to be able to pull itself out of this. You know, I mean,
we've got that going on over there, and you still have all this going on with ICE over here, snatching people up, kidnapping them.
I have snatch and grabs going on our own soil.
You know what? I don't know if you're going to be able to find it on TikTok again, but Bounty Hunter, who was speaking at Tacoma City Hall with their congressional members or whatever, like there, and that Bounty Hunter asked them. This is before they really started doing ice raids. I think it was in like January. You can probably try to look up Bounty Hunter at Tacoma Town Hall. But he asked them before any of this stuff really started to take off, where they started doing these just like random fucking kidnappings. What are you going to do when they start paying people like me to just...
Right.
And their Congress was, what do you mean? They can't really... He goes, no, look, I'm a bounty hunter. They offer me $1,000. Does this not sound fucking familiar? This is like, you can look this video up. I don't know if it's still up there, but it really was a Bounty Hunter Tacoma Town Hall.
Right.
But he went into depths about it, like exactly what because they're bounty hunters, and it's true. They waver on the line of when it comes to the laws that they can bend and all that shit, because they have to do what they can to get their person. And on top of that, you have fucking deputization as a federal ICE agent in their hand.
Right. Now
and
those
now
laws
they can
don't even
do anything they fucking want.
Right.
And you can't stop them. And that's another reason that you see a lot of these fucking ICE agents with just like non-lethal fucking weaponry. Is literally because they give more money when they're not, or when the target's not hurt.
Yep. No, if you turn the target over unharmed,
as best as you can,
still breathing and not bleeding.
They're still alive. Probably the best way to put it. They're still alive.
Yep.
Yeah, it's just like the bounty hunters back in the day. They're worth more alive than they are
Right. I mean, unless if you are a person of interest target.
And I think that's why you wanted to enact that that tree or that shit you wanted to do from 1798. The where you can just start deporting everybody because I believe there was a clause in there that like allowed for them to be able to pay for people to get rid of those people. I think there was like rewards and shit like that.
Yeah.
And I think that's what they're doing. That's my opinion. I don't care what you think.
Right. No, you know what? The problem with this is the problem with all this is like I said earlier, we're facing two fronts here. We're facing overseas and we're facing here at home. And everybody who is behind Trump is fucking refusing to see what's going on home base. You know, or they see it and they just don't care. And everybody else is sitting here going, well, no, we need to unify. But a lot of people, from what I've noticed and from what I've heard from talks around town and shit like that, is, you know, to unify, they're afraid to anymore. Like they're afraid to step up and fight back for what's theirs because, well, what if they're next? What if they go missing next?
There was this now for when it comes to the ice that's going on downtown Portland, LA, ice. That's my belief.
Hell yeah.
There's a police commissioner in Seattle, I believe it is. He straight up said on fucking news, he's like, I'm ready to go to jail for my fucking, like, my police will not fucking help. And they will do everything they can to make sure that these ICE agents can't do their job.
Right.
Bell, California. They had a straight out fucking, the whole community said, get the fuck out.
Now, what's going on in Oregon with that? Like, how many communities, how many governors, how many mayors are, you know, saying, hey, no, ICE can't be doing this here? Like,
was it La Mesa, California, or I can't remember what city in California or town in California it was, but they cut their contracts with the ICE, the federal ICE division, for being or to have anything to do with their detention centers anymore. They're not going to let ICE be there to be like to detain their people.
That's cool, but what's going on with it in Oregon?
In Oregon, there are some big fucking. It's a sit-in. It has been going on, I believe, since before. Oh shit! I want to say it was like May, or maybe even fucking before that. I apologize if anybody knows any information on that. Let me go ahead and know how far back it went.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're doing a sit-in every fucking day. There's protesters there every fucking day, sitting there doing their best to sit there and make ICE feel like they are not welcome and go away in the most peaceful way possible that they can. But when, you know, they're being attacked by fucking federal agents, they have to protect themselves some way.
Look, you know,
make sure that they don't.
Here's the thing, all right?
Pain in the ass.
Here's the thing is I am all for peaceful protest. I am all for the peaceful way. I really am 100%, but we are not going to get anywhere doing things peacefully anymore. All right.
See, and there's that side that tells you, like, there's that side of everybody on the left, you know, Democrats and whatnot, saying you gotta keep. And I mean, I do understand you gotta keep it as peaceful as you possibly can until you can't. Right. So, like, if you're down at a protest, right, and it's just like on the port, we were down at 50,000 people, right, strong, everybody having a good old time, everybody marching together. You could feel the fucking love, bro. It was beautiful.
Hell yeah,
absolute beautiful thing. And then, like, we got to keep that kind of motivation.
I mean, no, I get that. I get that.
Keep an eye out. Protect yourself, because you have to. Like, there are going to be people who try to, like, like a protester, right? There are going to be those who are counter protesters, right? And they're going to be there trying to, you just sit there and actually fucking attack.
Right.
A lot of those are plants
Mm-hmm.
by ICE agents or by police.
Oh no, I know that. I know that. But like, this is what I'm saying though, is like there is so far that we can go peacefully.
Right. What we need to do is, it sounds bad, but it's the truth. We need to mobilize to a point where we get people understanding that it's a community. Just like Bell, California just drove out
Yes.
all their fucking ice ages, like get the fuck out of our town,
Abso-fucking-lutely.
dude. Hell yeah, I fucking love that. My heart goes out to them because that's standing on fucking business.
Right.
And I want all of our cities to do that, but there's.
I
How do I put it?
understand that there's
Until
only
well, like see Portland, the actual government of Portland gets their heads out of their asses and does this whole, I'm for the people, actually puts down on it. It's not going to happen.
I know.
Well, L.A., look at Governor Gavin Newsom is standing with his fucking people in his state, right? Right there with them. They're just apparently, I think it's just today, they're right now, I believe, having a fucking a protest in downtown San Diego. And so it's like, it's he has that, like, man, Gavin Newsom's one of those fucking anti-heroes. Like, he's but he's at least fighting for the people. You know what I mean? So he's doing it as a governor of his state. Our governor has said that she's going to stand for our state, stand for our people, stand for, like our sanctuary cities and our sanctuary statehood.
But has she?
That's what I'm about to say, bro. Thank you very much. Give me that high five on that. She and I've been hasn't really fucking been on the ball about any of that.
Right.
That's from what I've seen, and I've been watching. Like I haven't really seen her do anything. Our subcommittee, I think is what they're called, just passed the House bill here in Oregon, so that like it puts a damper on fucking Trump what he can do for with our National Guard.
Right.
Like it hinders him so that like if it's not a fucking straight up
crisis,
you're not getting these fucking Guards members. But now it has to go to Senate, pass the Senate floor, but it passed here.
Right.
62, 16 or something like that. Something like that. I know my numbers are probably off.
Yeah, no, it's just.
But that's like, I know how you feel, bro, because you get it's like, okay, well, where's that going to go when you got Trump dropping fucking bombs
right
on Iran and then telling everybody, by the way, we've been planning this for the last few motherfucking days.
Right. Like,
we didn't let Congress know until after we dropped the bombs. So, I mean, we let them know we're about to get ourselves into a war. This is America.
Right. Like I said, I doubt we'll be able to pull ourselves out of this one just because we're facing two fronts now. Don't get me wrong, we face two fronts.
We're facing a lot more.
Fair.
Trump is getting us into some shit. Starting a fight with Iran is going to probably set off Pakistan, which is going to set off Russia, which is going to set off China, which is going to set off, like, it's just.
Yeah, no, it's a lot of shit.
He's an idiot.
Yeah.
He's
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah, he is. And this is why I'm so afraid of everything. All right. And don't get me wrong. I mean, you've known me for 20 plus years. I don't scare easy at a lot of things. But this I am terrified of because I know this is going to affect more than just the military. This is going to affect the homeland as well. All right. Us, the people who are not fit to be able to serve because of mental issues, physical issues, or some shit. Hold on. Because of all that, we're going to get such a backlash on this. It's going to hinder us so fucking much.
Like, that's another thing that people are worried about. It's a fair worry, like the draft. You know, and
I mean, that's a fair worry.
But it's. I've had people who are around our age sitting there worried about themselves getting drafted, and I'm like, you are way the fuck over the limit.
Yeah.
And it's selective
18
service,
to 25.
Yeah. And if you have mental issues, if you have, you know, like depression, PTSD, things like that, and it's to a point where it actually causes you, you know, physical ailment, which I totally understand. I totally get it. You can't serve, so you don't have to worry about the draft. If you are an immigrant who's here on a visa or a green card,
you can't serve
because technically you're not an actual U.S. citizen, so you don't have to go to the draft. If you extreme religious, or you take extreme moral or religious issue with war to a point where it causes you, like, you know, they're not going to put you into actual like put a gun in your hand or anything like that. They will find you be like people or you
pretty much
shit like that. But still, the funniest thing I think is that Trump sat there and said, you know, everybody who doesn't follow me, doesn't listen to me, suffers from Trump derangement syndrome. And I'm telling you now, there's a mental health crisis here in America. It's Trump derangement syndrome. Well, that means it's a mental health crisis. That means we all suffer from mental instability.
And we can't serve.
So we don't have to worry about the draft. How does that work?
Right. Well, I mean, beyond that, like if you go on another very real factor, like if you are retaining hardware, meaning if you have bolts, screws, anything like that, you can't.
There's other. I mean, those are just a few. There's actually a few other reasons that you actually
absolutely
don't have to worry about the draft.
But here's one thing about
bone spurs.
Oh yeah. Oh fuck yeah. No, they won't let you do that. So fun fact, if they decided to look over the retaining hardware and the mental instability, in my case, for instance, I still wouldn't be able to be part of the draft. Reason being is because I have a Haglund's deformity, which is a calcified ball behind my Achilles tendon. They don't want somebody who's going to take a step and have every step risking tearing.
Yeah.
You know, so
especially if you got to do a 3-mile run.
Exactly. You know, but you know, the things about the selective service. Okay, so it is mainly 18 to 25. Once they go through everybody,
it's not women. It's
right?
men.
Yeah. No women, just men. But it is.
They've been trying to change that for years, but they have not passed that at all.
Right. It is 18 through 25. Once they go through everybody who is 18 to 25, then they do 26. And once they go through everybody who's 26, then they go through 27. By the time that they get to 27, 28, either we're going to be back home and everything's going to be somewhat nice and cushy again. Fucking
no, it's not.
Dick ass will be out of the fucking office and things will be starting to go back to normal. And this is a very big hope of mine. All right, don't piss on my parade here. Or
we get Obama back.
Fuck, I hope. I fucking hope. All right, then resources will come back, jobs will come back, things will start calming down again. I fucking hope.
Me too.
Obama for next president.
Fucking right. Like, seriously, dude. It doesn't, like, yeah, he did do some bombing. It was bombings of his own. Let me say that again. He did. He bombed. I believe it was Syria that he bombed.
Yeah, but
But
weren't those warranted bombings?
I believe so. I could look it up. Oh, here we go. Like this.
Do up, do up.
You know what I just thought of?
Huh.
Do 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 do. It doesn't matter what comes. Let's go back.
Jeez.
What was I looking over here?
Obama's
Obama.
warranted bombings.
Everything bad Obama did.
Well, now this is going to go depending on who you look at.
Non-biased. I want to see like extreme MAGA porn. AI overview. Let's go with what they've got. Let's see what the AI says. Shall we?
Yes.
So let's see. Criticisms of President Obama's presidency encompass a wide range of issues, both domestically and internationally, which is true. It's important to understand that perceptions of his actions and their impact are often shaped by political viewpoints and individual experiences, which is true to the eye of the beholder.
Yeah, I mean, fair.
Key areas of criticism: handling of the Affordable Care Act. I mean, he kind of, he was trying to get that all shit. Critics argued that the ACA increased healthcare costs and premiums for many Americans. Didn't really feel it. But no, I'm not rich. No, I just really didn't feel it. Concerns were raised about limited choices in insurance plans and shrinking provider networks. That one I did have a problem with. Some businesses cut employee hours to avoid providing mandated health insurance coverage. That one I did have a problem with. Foreign policy and national security. Obama's administration faced criticism for its approach to global events, including the Syrian civil war, that's where he mobbed them, and the handling of the Benghazi attack. Some perceived his administration as being weak on Russia's actions in Crimea. Yeah, I could feel understandable though. His use of drone strikes, particularly outside of Afghanistan. No, I was wrong. Raised concerns about civilian casualties. Yeah, potential human rights violations. Use of executive power. Obama faced criticism for utilizing executive actions to bypass Congress on certain issues, although his use of executive orders was comparable to previous presidents. Controversies and scandals. The IRS scandal involved allegations of targeting conservative groups for extra scrutiny. Concerns were raised about the NSA's PRISM surveillance system and the government's access to private data without warrants. The Fast and Furious program, which allowed illegal gun sales to Mexican cartels, drew criticism after some weapons were linked to the death of a U.S. Border Patrol agent. Guantanamo Bay detention camp. Obama's administration failed to fulfill its promise to close the Guantanamo Bay detention center, leading to criticism regarding human rights and legal due process. True. Other criticisms. Some accused Obama of being an Islamic extremist sympathizer and apologized for American actions in the Middle East. We apologize for the actions in the Middle East. That's not. Critics also pointed to Obama's handling of the opioid crisis. Yeah, he really fucked that one up. Yeah. He fucked the pooch on that. I'm sorry, Obama.
Right.
Or arguing that he was too focused on protecting the pharmaceutical industry. Yes, he was. I will say that. That was one of his biggest backers, I believe. Yeah. It's important to consider that these criticisms are often part of a larger political narrative and may not always reflect a complete or unbiased assessment of Obama's actions and their impact. That was the AI overview.
Yeah.
Okay. Wait. Let me see. Worst president in U.S. history. Please sue me. Which president had the lowest rating? 22% job approval rating. What's President Trump's rating? What's Trump's approval rating today? So 47. How the fuck are you even? How? How? And it's 12 with 41% approving and 53% disapproving. June 13th to the 15th. Why is he giving dates? And maybe he wasn't knowing he was talking about that time too.
Jeez.
No, I love cheese. I hate Trump. Fuck Donald Trump.
Fuck you, Tronald Dump.
Trump or Dump.
Yeah, no.
Is he? What's all the bad things Trump has done? Watch Google like Trump has not done anything wrong. There is no war in Boston State. Tracking the Trump administration harmful executive actions. Congressman Steve Cohen. I'm not looking for your fucking 10 actions that hurt workers during Trump's first year. No, I want all the American Federation of Teachers. Let me get. I'm not looking for. I'm looking for politics. NPR. Thank you very much. I love you guys. Citizens of Responsibility and Ethics in Washington. Center for European Reform. American Enterprise Industry. National Partnership. Everybody has everybody has a top 10 list. No, some I'm playing. Some National Partnership for Women and Families. San Antonio Express News. 10 worst things Trump has done in the second term.
Yeah, and most of them are all different.
Yeah, I'm like.
But you can't pull up the worst thing that Trump has done, right? Especially this day and age, because so many people are going to be like, well, no, he did this thing the worst. And then other people are going to be like, it was this thing he did the worst.
His life.
Well, there's going to be another list.
Tracking the Trump administration's harmful executive actions. That's the same thing. It's just monologue AI. Again, I hate monologue AI. It's stupid.
Yeah, no, you're not going to be able to find that.
Oh, you're
specific
not gonna be able to
stuff.
Yeah, right.
Not until years after he's out of office.
Because he's trying to erase a lot of the shit that he did. Like the stakes,
right?
The casinos, the school. I did not mess up. I didn't mess anything up. I was great at everything. I had the many people at my parade. That was bullshit. Oh, what is fucking next week? Huh?
Next week is the end of this month.
Oh. Hold on. Where the fuck's my calendar?
Oh, shit.
Oh, it's a fucking Friday for real? Friday's life course, huh? So we have the 29th coming up. Okay. Oh, Lord. Fuck Trump.
Fuck Trump.
That's probably the easiest thing for me to say, is I just really hate that fuck stick.
Yeah.
I can't believe he's president. I can't believe he was president once before.
Like, how the hell did y'all not learn the first fucking time? Like, come on.
Because they don't learn. Because education is voodoo to them. That's them sciences and math things. We don't need that down there.
Jesus would be disappointed in you all.
They wouldn't let Jesus in because he's an immigrant.
Oh, yeah, that's right. White Jesus would be...
White Jesus.
It would be embarrassed of you all.
You're like, bro, like, do not forsake my name again.
White Jesus is really butthead.
Like, dude, fuck. You're gonna suck my chin.
White butthead Jesus says. Shut
Not
up.
how Jesus says, suck on my toe. Yeah, baby. Show me your babies.
I'm gonna score.
Not how Jesus says. I have held the mountains and they are good.
Oh man.
Oh, all right, folks. But we are going to cut out of here. We will see us next weekend or something. Or we try to do. And hey, now that we can fucking go live and stream like this, you can see it both like this. It's kind of cool, huh?
Hey,
I wonder how the fucking mic went. But this is just live. We haven't recorded anything. I do my shorts. Yeah, that sounds so fucking.
I'm gonna
sounds so
try
dirty.
to be doing something.
It doesn't have to worry about it. If it doesn't do it. It's okay.
I know. I want to try and do something. I want to try and start covering like what's going on with resources and shit for people.
Like you could always, if you wanted to, you don't have to. You could always cover down there at the ice protest.
Yeah, that would mean me having to go down there, and if I go down there, I'm probably going to go down there violently.
No, you don't have. Yeah, you can go down violently when they start attacking. No, I didn't say if. I said when.
Fair, very fair.
Because that's what they've been doing.
That's very fair.
And they asked for it. They shouldn't wear what they wear in that certain area, and we wouldn't.
Sorry, eyes. Downtown Portland belongs to old school PSK. We're coming back. Bitch.
Oh, that's so bad. Yeah.
I mean, look, I'm not saying we should, but I'm not saying we shouldn't either. All right. Look, for anybody who doesn't know the old school PSK back in the day, the Portland Street Kids, all right? We were a fun group, all right? We were a bunch of rowdy kids who, that was it. We were just a bunch of rowdy kids.
Yeah, we were.
And we made things fun.
Like giving never mind, kiss it.
Like giving wrong directions to people.
Like,
where's this one park? Oh yeah, no, if you go like 4 blocks down that way and take a left and go 3 more blocks, you run right into it. The opposite way.
giving tickets to fucking rich people who were blocking the sidewalks for the parades.
Yeah, you know what? Fuck them rich people.
Oh yeah, no, I know. This is
Fuck them goddamn rich people.
this
I
is-
know there's only a select few rich people that I actually don't mind, and one of them being Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
All right, the man is humble as fuck. But yeah, no, like Seth said, we are gonna bounce out of here. It's been real. It's been fun. It's kind of been real fun.
I actually like this newer set that every other side on. It makes it a little bit more sense.
Fucking hell.
Yes. I don't know if you can hear me though. I don't know. Like it's good. How does that sound on there?
It sounded pretty damn good.
Does it? I don't know if you can hear me though.
Oh yeah.
Like it's good. How does that sound on there? That's weird. Watch, it's gonna come through this. Watch, wait. Does it? I don't know if you can hear me though. Let's create a chain. Woo!
We're not looping this. Oh, involuntary loop. Involuntary loop. Oh.
Catch you later. Have a nice fucking weekend.
Stay safe, stay up, and as always,
Stay hard.
Absolutely.
Make everybody fucking think you're complicated. What do you think I was gonna say?
Cream pies.
Hello.